It appears that Tesla had fired dozens of workers from its factory in Buffalo, New York on Wednesday after, well, an organizing committee at the Buffalo Gigafactory had announced their new campaign to organize a union. So, unsurprisingly, yeah, this had happened. So, workers decided to form a union over, of course, low pay. I'll get into the details on that, poor working conditions, as well as, incredibly invasive productivity monitoring. Because, everybody wants to be spied on to the point of where their keystrokes are recorded to make sure they're working hard enough at all times at their job, as if going to work isn't stressful enough. Now, the autopilot analysts, which again, a lot of these people in the Buffalo plant that were working on unionizing, only started out making about $19 an hour. Now you may think, oh, well, okay, $19 an hour, is not too bad, right? Well, first of all, it's in New York. And secondly, with a company that makes as much money as Tesla, that's pretty low for what it seems to be a pretty specialized position. So now after this firing, they made a complaint with the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board. The Union Workers United accused Tesla of illegally terminating employees in retaliation for union activity and to discourage union activity. This according to Bloomberg. Now, the outlet noted that several of the terminated employees had been involved in labor discussions, and at least one member was a member of the organizing committee. So now that person was an autopilot analyst named Arian Barrick. Now, he told Bloomberg, "I feel blindsided. I got COVID and was out of the office. Then I had to take a bereavement and leave. I returned to work, was told I was exceeding expectations, and then Wednesday came along." Honestly, I'm surprised that he's surprised. Of course they were going to fire you. Elon Musk is massively anti-labor. He's always been anti-labor and anti-union. He's done union busting before. At any time that there was even potential talk about forming a union at Tesla, he cracked down. Why are you at all surprised? But okay, look, this was always going to be the response. We know this. Not only does he hate unions, but of course he's a man baby who fires people over dumb things. That said, he went crazy. According to the outlet, the day after Bloomberg News quoted several Tesla employees discussing their workplace concerns, the company sent staff a message announcing new sections of its policy on workplace technology usage. The changes included a directive to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and security of all business information. Is it though? No, I think it's more of an effort to crack down on doing any sort of organizing. This is the company saying, we're watching you and we're going to restrict everything that you do that could, that you could potentially use to organize your fellow workers. We don't want that. So now, I mentioned some of the already outrageous productivity monitoring, right? So they track your keystrokes to make sure that you are actively working at all times. The tracking feature allows managers to see how long employees spend on each assignment, as well as how active they are on the computer throughout the day. 6 Tesla employees told the publication that they avoided taking bathroom breaks due to the system. That is insane. Seriously, work sucks enough without your boss. It doesn't have to be breathing down your neck right behind you. Now they could just do it behind their own computer screen. Cubicle 314, you are not productive enough. You will step up or the beatings will continue. It's going to get to that point. It's insane. Look, I understand work has to be done, right? But for me, if the work's done, the work is done. That's all that should matter. If it's done and done well, I don't care if you're, whatever, having a conversation, say at employees. If you're, having a conversation, you go get up, you get a snack, whatever, and then you come back and you get your work. As long as you get your work done at the end of the day and it's done well, I don't care. Why do we have this culture where you must, like, in every way, shape, and form, grind your employees to dust? I've never understood that. Never understood it. It is horrifying, the work culture that we have in this country. Yes, the beatings will continue until morale goes up. That is the correct saying, but still, it's just absolutely horrifying. The kind of stuff that, and by the way, it's not just Tesla that does this. Well, no, this has been documented for quite some time. A lot of big companies do it. That stuff ought to be outlawed, honestly. Stop tracking people. It's dystopian and gross. Okay, but anyway, there's no wonder that they wanted to join a union or form a union. So more details, right? So now getting back to Barrick here. Now he was working with another Workers United organizer, Jazz Brizak. So she used to be a barista at a Starbucks until she decided to try to organize a union. You know what happened to her? Oh, it turns out she got fired. So now she had helped unionize a Buffalo, New York Starbucks, one of the first Starbucks to be unionized. So she knows how to organize, she knows how to get things done, and she has been on the receiving end of what Barrick just got, and all these other employees that were also terminated. Now, she called this a, quote, form of collective retaliation against the group of workers that started this organizing effort, and added that the firings were designed to terrify everyone about the potential consequences of them organizing, as well as an attempt to call the herd. Yeah. Look, there's nothing that big corporate bosses don't love more than engaging in fear tactics, union busting. That's exactly what they're doing. Now, that said, that's illegal. I mean, technically, right? In fact, Jeff Hirsch, a labor and employment law professor at the University of North Carolina, noted that timing is often a key factor in retaliation cases like this, and the timing is not good for Tesla. Oh, yeah, one day after being notified that, hey, we're looking at forming a union, we would like your support, so, we can negotiate for what's best for the company, because the workers are also a part of the company. The workers are what make the company profitable because we do the things, we do the work. And he says, you're fired. No union here. Bad. In fact,
fired.
The actual Elon Musk right there. No, but that's essentially his reaction to it. This guy's a man baby. So now, the good thing here is these firings are having an opposite effect. Sarah Constantino, an autopilot worker and member of the organizing committee, told Bloomberg that the Wednesday firings are actually inspiring more workers to support the effort to form Tesla's first ever union. She said, quote, it's pretty clear the messages they're sending. They're trying to scare us, and it's really, I think, backfiring on them. It has really opened people's eyes to the fact that this is why we need a union. 100%. 100%. So, look, they're going to the NLRB, and that's a good thing, because, look, under the Biden administration, the NLRB has actually been fairly good, all things considered, right? And so this firing, taking this case right to them immediately, yeah, that's going to help their case against Elon Musk. And by the way, Elon Musk, as I mentioned before, had been, caught union busting before, according to More Perfect Union. They found that, I should say the NLRB, in a previous investigation, found aggressive, flagrantly illegal union busting by Tesla. Tesla workers were fired, interrogated, photographed, verbally harassed by security, all in violation of federal law. So he's appealing. By the way, the company's appealing on that case after the NLRB ruled against Tesla. Well, how's that appeal going to go now when you just did another retaliatory firing? Now, one more thing. There's a union. There's a union Twitter account, Tesla Workers United. You should probably follow them at United_Tesla, which is the account for the spokespeople. And the reason I say you should probably follow them is because otherwise you won't see their tweets. Elon Musk, after all, owns Twitter. You don't think he's trying to shadow ban them? Well, but I believe in free speech. Do you, Elon? Do you? No, of course he doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if he bans that account. Especially since they're putting out stuff like this. Quote, "We're angry, but this won't slow us down or stop us. They want us to be scared, but they just started a stampede. These firings are the exact reason why we need a union at Tesla. We believe we can do this, but more importantly, we believe we will do this." 100%. Hell yes. By the way, labor power, it's really the only power that we have in this government, in this, this corrupt dystopia that we live in right now.
USA, USA, USA.
You want to actually, fight for good things, we have to get together and we have to, use our collective labor to win and secure our own rights. Better pay, better pay, benefits, things like that. And so, yes, the future depends on labor power. And I absolutely love to see this unionization push. And I hope they will continue to put Musk's feet to the fire as well. And I also hope that the NLRB will also rule against Tesla as well.